Welcome back to the Freemilesmc, and we're now back on the road here in Zagreb, and we're going to make our way today to Serbia, to Belgrade to be exact, and it's a 5-hour drive and a border crossing. And I already have heard that it's supposed to be quite an annoying border crossing with loads of waiting time. So let's see how that will go. My plan here in Zagreb was to have 1 day break, and that worked so-so. I wanted to take a walk through the city to get some food yesterday, and there seemed to be like a Red Bull F1 promotion event here. And like it was complete chaos all over the city, but it was very cool to see, I have to say. And it was also nice to talk to some Bosnian people. I earlier talked to a man who worked in Germany for 10 years as a cook, and from what he told me was detectable that he got screwed out of his minimum wage in Germany, which is pretty fucked up and not good that stuff is happening in Germany in the hospitality sector. And as someone who worked there myself for quite some time, not surprising, sadly. One thing also about Bosnia, they all have these B6 Passats here, which is really cool because that's also my favorite car that I own. But they don't have the FUP, the diesel particle filter in them. I think FUP is the French word for it. I don't know what the exact shortcut for it is in English. Yeah, driving then behind the cars with like all the diesel stuff coming out of it on a motorcycle. Yeah, and we definitely need to get the bike cleaned because the bike is looking absolutely filthy. It is so dirty. Like, we have so much dirt on it from the Trans-Europe Trail, so much mud. The license plate is not readable anymore, and there's like so much dirt on the whole thing that you can not really see anymore the lights. So this is the place. Let's see how it works here. Do they have a machine where I can switch to bills to coins? But I mean, there's a restaurant next door, so maybe they can help me. Hello? Do you speak English a little bit? German? I'm looking for someone who can change my bill into coins for the car wash next door. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. So, let's get the motorbike clean. So for now we're so far done here, and let's now make our way to Belgrade. The bike is now clean. Well, not exactly clean. It's the typical, when stuff then is drying you still see some spots, but it will do for now. So let's go to Belgrade. So as you can see here on the map, we're at a crossroad. This one is faster, but we're going the slower one, because I have heard stories of how long the border crossing to Serbia can take, and that it can be quite a nightmare. So I will go to the road that takes a bit longer, that's a bit off the normal path, to maybe go to a border checkup that goes a bit quicker. Yeah, and so far the landscape we drove through was incredibly beautiful and so much green, so nice. And that was the main road to Serbia that we basically drove, and yeah, it's crazy how low the speed limits here in Bosnia can be. I was stuck for over an hour behind a Bosnian police car that was going the speed limit, and it was absolute agony. Like, it was constantly going 60, sometimes 40, sometimes even 20 in the curves. It was insane. Because of course you cannot really overtake, because then it's obvious that you're breaking the speed limit. I was stuck behind that thing for like forever. And I went on little breaks, got some gas, got some food in between. And I always, again, catched up to the police car. And I was like, this cannot be happening. Yeah, and we're already going like right next to the border to Serbia. So Serbia is basically, whoops, stuff laying in the road. Like on the other side of that river over there. Today it's crazy warm. Like, I am driving the motorbike and I'm still just like sweating and thinking, well, like, wow, it's hot. And one of the things that's awaiting us in Serbia is actually one of you guys, because one of my subscribers offered me to review a motorbike that you guys can be curious about what that will be in Belgrade. And I'm also in general really curious about Serbia, because Serbia is kind of a country where you don't see that many motorcycle travelers go to. So curious to see it. So we are now really close to the border crossing into Serbia. Curious about that, how that will go. Always a bit nervous before border crossings. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't take too long. And something weird that I was noticing in this part here of Bosnia is you see a lot more signs with Cyrillic letters on them. I'm guessing that it's Cyrillic letters. If not, please correct me. Also, there are more and more like Russia flags, which is confusing, you know, because like Russia is quite far away. So yeah, maybe one of you knows what's up with that. There seems to be some kind of fire happening, like it smells a lot like smoke here. And you can see it in the air going through this village here. Yeah, and there it's happening. What is that? Is that a controlled fire? Yeah, seems like it. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the bridge over to Serbia. That thing looks wild. Wow. Hello? Oh, okay. So, okay. Thank you for the info. So, I just got rejected at the border. That's fun. Yeah, let's try the next border pass. Let's not give up that easily. We'll just drive to the next one. Maybe my whole idea with going to the border pass that's not that crowded wasn't the smartest one. Wow, the landscape though here is beautiful with all these green fields. How amazing. A bit sad that we didn't get to go over that bridge because the bridge looked wild. I hope that we can somehow like get into Serbia. You know, because now after getting rejected, they also didn't really give me reasons for it. So, this one looks bigger. Maybe it was just because we were at a very small border cross. Or they didn't like a stamp on my passport, I don't know. Let's see. Hello. So, first barrier is passed. Hello. I go to Belgrade. Yes. No. No. There? Okay. Do I get my documents back later or? Okay. We're getting checked out, so let's hope everything is good. So now, over an hour later, our second border crossing attempt was successful. So how did the search go? Well, that was quite interesting. I somehow managed apparently to sign up for the biggest drug search I've ever experienced in my life. Bigger than what they do at LAX, bigger what they do at the Charles de Gaulle airport. Yeah. It was all fine. The people were really nice. Well, the weird fake nice, you know, like it was the full experience, like with the square little room with the one chair in the corner where the policeman then has like the moving chair where they like start the conversation, so super friendly and everything. That whole experience was that. And everything got checked, like all my bags, my motorcycle gear, my clothes, my complete equipment. They were a bit confused that I have so much camera equipment with me. Yeah, and there was a small little hiccup in my search because there was something that didn't make the cut in one of the earlier videos, because I found somewhere in Croatia a few AK-47 rounds, and to send a photo to my dad, I put one in my jacket and forgot about it. And I felt it in my pocket and thought it's a battery. And I was just like getting stuff out of my pocket and I was like, and here's a battery. And all of a sudden I had a fucking AK-47 round in my hand. You should have seen the looks on those guys' faces and on my face, because I thought, oh fuck. This will now be a more complicated one. I already saw myself in a little jail waiting for my call to the German embassy. Fuck. In my home country, something like AK-47 rounds are getting treated like war machinery. So that would have been like, I at first thought I'm in really big trouble, but luckily everything was fine. They had a big like short moment of shock where they were like, what the fuck? And then I was like, I found it on the ground, I'm sorry. And then they were like, yeah, it's all chill. Because I think everything else was good. But now we are in Serbia. But one thing has to be said, I'm such an enormous idiot for forgetting about that. I walked into a fucking border control with an AK-47 round in my pocket. Like, If this now would have happened, like, I don't know, in an airport, like some basic stuff flying from Mallorca to Germany or something, I think having an AK-47 round in your pocket is enough to get onto the no-flight list. I need to get rid of that thing. So we almost made it. As you can see, also the sun starts to go down. The SD card of my other camera is full, and I'm happy that I made it to Belgrade, because today was quite an intense day, you know, like sometimes you don't see it, but like with all my stuff after the border control being like messed up, I didn't really know anymore where my stuff is. I need to resort that now in the hostel, and it was so hot today. I'm driving in a tank top underneath with an open jacket, even though the sun is gone, because it's just like so hot. I'm already guessing that the hostel will probably need my payment in cash, so let's get some local currency. But overall, so far, Serbia is very beautiful. and it's very nice. Only complaint so far is that the border control officer broke a zipper on my backpack. Kind of upset about. But yeah, but apart from that, it's really beautiful. The roads are not in the greatest condition. And honestly, today was one of the days where I would have wished for a proper adventure bike, not like for off-roading or anything, but like for driving over all the bad road, you know, because like there's so many bumps and then suspension is so hard when sitting on the bike that I probably shrunken a few centimeters during today. This is Belgrade, this is the capital of Serbia. The ATM over there looks not that nice, but there was another one over here. Let's check that one out. Supermarket here as well, good to know. So I hope this worked, and I hope this is enough money for the thing. I will remember this shop and go here for groceries after, but I just have to check in first. So this is apparently the building that the place I'm staying in is in. That seems adventurous. Okay, apparently let's go. So we're now here in the suburbs of Belgrade. As you can see, you have a lot of those improvised sheds outside of the city here. Loads of broken cars. Wow, it's so many cars, and that's not even a scrapyard. And those houses here. One thing that feels a bit odd, at every corner you see a lawyer's office. Like, I've now been in Belgrade for not that long, and I've already seen like 5 of them. Maybe it's kind of like dentists in the US, you know? Because I remember when I was in Los Angeles and like all the little edge cities, you have so many dentists. It's insane. So maybe with Serbia it's lawyers. But to be honest, this actually feels a lot like one of those American edge cities right here. Also, if you look at Google Maps, it looks very similar in structure. A place so far away in the world from like each other and still so similar. You see big department stores, like billboards, yeah, feels pretty similar. So, and here it should be somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't look like the photo on Google Maps. That would be less than ideal. It seems to, oh yeah, it looks better. Really happy about that. So I'm now in my room. The most important part, it has a kitchen, which is so good, and a good little sleeping room. Yeah, I will have to stay here for 3 days and have to figure a lot of stuff out, because I'm shooting tomorrow a motorcycle review and have the episode for today, so I'm basically producing 2 videos in the span of 2 days while still filming one of them. So will be a tough 2 days. If you like what I do here on YouTube, please consider subscribing and giving the video a like, and see you next time.